Well, hello, private group, not private group, public group. Welcome. It is a Tuesday here at closing out the end of February, and I thought we would do something a little bit different. We're kind of moving on from a lot of the Easter stuff, although I think I'm still like undecided what we're doing on Thursday. So I have a couple things in the works. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do first. So welcome, happy Tuesday. So today we're going to be doing a mixed breed wreath for a dog. So not all dogs come in white or brown or black. A lot of times they have like a mix, like a little bit of brown, a little bit of gray, a little bit of white, a little bit of black. So we're going to be doing a dog paw print wreath for a mixed breed dog. I think you guys will like this design. It's super easy to make. Almost anybody can put this design together. So before we get started, let me give you some housekeeping. How to find me. Number one, don't know if you know this, but I have a YouTube channel. It's at Cats Creations Wreaths on YouTube. So YouTube subscribers, if you find that you want to be notified whenever we put a new video upload, just make sure you click the subscribe button. Facebook followers, a little bit different for you. You have to do two things. Not only do you have to like the page, but you have to follow the page. And they used to be both readily available, so you can see them both. So now, next to the like button is three little dots. Click that dot, opens up a sub menu, click follow, and then if you're on your device, when I go live, you'll get a little pop-up reminder that says, hey, Cats Creation is now live. You can click on that and it'll take you right to the live. Private group is still currently open. I'm doing a birthday surprise coming this weekend because it's a milestone birthday for me. So if you're not on the email list, make sure you're on the email list. And so how can you get on the email list? I'm going to go ahead and type that in for you. You just want to go over to my website at catscreationsandmore.com, and about halfway down the page, you get an option to subscribe to my email newsletter. You'll want to do that. A lot of times I try to like mix it up, like give YouTubers like a heads up, give Facebook followers a heads up, like just doing some wild and crazy things. Wow, that's odd. Why did I get that little pop-up? That is interesting. Let me see if I can get out of here because I don't like where that one's going. Okay. It gave me like this microcosmic little pop-up, but I'm going to try to put it in there anyway. I think I just have to fix it. I think when my husband was moving my tablet the other day and kind of dropped it, it probably changed the keyboard thing. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Hi, Jean. Welcome. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Pam. Hi, Linda. Hi, Sue. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you, by the way, for sending Kaylee that gift. She was super, super surprised. She was like, do you know this person? I was like, yes, I know exactly who that is. So thank you very much for that pleasant surprise she received today. So I think I've got that, got the website, got YouTube private group. You can still become part of our private group. So right now we're still in the midst of the Back to Basics classes. So if you've ever wanted to move your business from a hobby into a business to see if it's actually like could generate a part-time or full-time income for you, you want to make sure you sign up in the private group because you get the best of both worlds. You get all of the design aspects, plus you get all the business aspects, and you can pick and choose which ones you want to be in because it's a really good price for both groups. So you want to take advantage of that before we change that up again this year. Which we were supposed to do at the beginning of the year, but we've had a lot of stuff going on at the beginning of the year. So we've kind of pushed that back a little bit. We're going to do a birthday surprise coming, I think it's Thursday. So that's pretty much all I have. I'm going to flip you down. We're going to go ahead and discuss all the materials and get going. So I'm trying to do this because I notice even when I'm editing videos, sometimes it's really noisy. And I'm trying to be really conscious of that. Hi, Georgianne from Missouri. Welcome. So we're going to do the paw print wreath. So you will need, these are both from the Dollar Tree, the heart-shaped frame, And you'll need an 8-inch, you'll need 4 8-inch rounds, and they come in a 2-pack. So you just need to buy 2 packs because these will be the pads and this will be the main paw. It's going to kind of go together something like this, and you'll have 4 of them off to the side. We've made this once before, so we're going to just go ahead and make a new version of it for a mixed breed. So I'm going to walk you through all the steps. Dollar Tree. If your Dollar Tree doesn't have them available, go to Dollar Tree online and see if you can order the heart frame or the 8-inch frame 2-pack. Those are what you're going to need. If you don't have it, you could use a styrofoam heart form, and you could use any 8-inch form to go ahead and help you put this design together. So in addition, you will need a sign. This sign is up to you. The one that we're using today is from Hobby Lobby. So this one says, "This is us and our dog." And if you can't see it, there's 2 little paw prints right here. Right there. So this is going to be our sign basis. So we're doing the black, white, and gray. You can also pick up a couple cute signs. It just depends on how big you want. Hobby Lobby also has this one that says "Who Rescued Who?" if you're into dog rescues. And then, of course, my favorite, this one here. Let's see. "The ball isn't going to throw itself, the dog." So basically, but that color combination doesn't work for this particular design, so we'll save that one for a different day. So you're going to need chunky style yarn. So my favorite, and most of the time it's on sale, to make the process go much quicker. I mean big, is it's a really thick diameter chunky yarn. And you'll only need 1 skein to do all of the components. The thicker you get it, the easier it is. So, like I said, sometimes Michael's has that on sale. I've already done all 4 of the little round ringlets because, let's just be honest, this is what it's going to look like. And no one wants to see me watch and wrap the yarn for the paws. So these are the 4 paw pads. These are already pre-done. So I just pre-did that for you. We're going to wrap the heart-shaped frame together because there is a little twist that has to happen right here in the curves, and then also right here at the very, very end. So what I have done is I have worked it from here all the way up to about here just to get the yarn started so that the process can go much quicker. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to answer any questions you have. Let's make sure I've got them all. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Bella. Hi, Velma. Okay, so moving that over. So when you start, let's just do it this way. When you start your chunky yarn, you're always going to glue to the back. So I would just lay a bead of glue right in here, right on that weld. And then you're going to start on the back, and you're going to take your chunky yarn and you're going to lay it on the back side till it glues. And then you have a good starting point, and you're just going to start wrapping. And people ask, well, how much yarn is it going to take? Honestly, it depends on the thickness of your yarn and how tight you wind it. So I find that, I'm trying to think, like, I wind mine fairly tight, sometimes too tight, and then I have to kind of back it off a little bit, especially for the chunky yarn, because you'll see, look how big some of these are. I don't want them quite that thick, so you can really take this down quite a bit. So like I said, I've started here, I've worked my way up, and I'm going to show you how we're going to adapt the yarn so we don't get a ton of bunches to start. And I'm just going to tack my glue, or tack my piece like I showed you at the beginning. And I kind of cut it off because I don't like taking a big chunk of yarn. And, you know, that skein, while it will fit in here, I just don't like working with a skein that big. So that is my starter part. And you can do that should you ever run out. And we are going to wrap completely around. As you can see, I've taken my ball and made it much, much smaller. And then, of course, it's not going to work for here because I need it smaller. So let me just section some of this off. And we're just going to cut the ball because I need it to be able to go right inside here. So as you go around the outside piece, okay, oops, you're going to go completely all the way around the inside once, and then you're going to wrap. And then it's easy. You just throw your whole ball in there, okay? You're going to go completely all the way through one time. So it's like every other one, you're going to wrap to the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that all the way through. That's the extra piece. All the way around the outside piece, back to the center. I'm going to do it again because you can see we're starting to get pretty thin. So I'm going to go back to here one more time. What that does is it adds a spacer of yarn so that we can kind of measure that out without being a little too thin. So here I'm just going one over, and then I'm going to go inside because this will be that wrap to the outside ring. Bringing it nice and tight. Go back to the center. I'm going to go back up right here because we're playing with the spacing a little bit. I want to tag this right here so it doesn't move on me as we start getting a little tighter. So just right there. And I'm going to go back to the inside, and then we're going to wrap. There we go. Okay, I'm going to take my end, go back on the inside for our wrap. And then we're going to go right over, dump this to the inside. And see, like as you start to get down a groove, it's going to want to slide down, but you can hold it as you wrap it. Just like so. And it likes to get hung up on your tip. I'm going to do the same thing right here, right on the edge of the tip so that it doesn't slide around. So this will give me an opportunity to push that piece right there. And we'll wrap it around. So now it'll kind of stick into that corner. And I'm pretty particular about how I like to wrap my yarn. I just don't want it to be on the outside. So right here, I'm going to hold it, wrap that piece and hold it again. So it's right snug in that corner. We're working that angle, so everything wants to slide down. So if you need to, use your glue to kind of help it. Till you get a couple more pieces in there, and then you can kind of push it back up. Okay, now we're entering the corner. So we want to do the wrap. So we're going to go around just the outside piece. And then we're going to go to the inside. We're going to go full to the inside. And now we're going to wrap. So every other one is a wrap, so that it'll help take up space on those corners. We're going a complete all the way through, and then a wrap, and then back around, a wrap, back all the way around right here, and then we're going to do a wrap. Just keep pushing it over, back to the center, full wrap, round the start in, which is going to be my wrap. So I'm going to just stretch that nice and tight right up against the center. The nice thing is that those inside pieces can stay tucked in the center. Let's go ahead and pull off another chunk. I don't think we need a like way crazy piece. I'm hoping that's enough. I just don't like working with a ton of yarn. So I'm going to tag that one back to the inside. And then we're going to lay our new piece down. So just a little bit of glue on the rail. Okay. Then remember, this was our full wrap. And then we're going to wrap the outside rail. Go down to the bottom. And we're going to do a full wrap. There we go. Wrap around. It's just acting like that spacer. Right here, I'm going to do another singular wrap because I want to finish this section nice and tight to keep all that stuff along that corner. And we're going to wrap that. And now it's the easy part. We just wrap all the way along here. So this is great because your kids can do it, because you're just going to wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap. And see how it gets kind of thick right here? But I don't like it that thick. I like it a little thinner. So I'm just going to, as I wrap, I just kind of hold it where I want it to be. This is something you can do while you're watching TV. You can just wrap them all. So this would make a great wreath for like Australian cattle dogs. Trying to think of what other dogs, kind of like a brindle mix. Australian Shepherds, Queensland Heelers. So we're just going to do the same thing here. We're going to go ahead and, kind of like what we did around the outside, we're wrapping the corner, stretching to the center. I'm going to tag this so it doesn't slide around the corner anymore. Getting that one to stay right on the end. and I have just a little piece left. So you're going to see where I can splice these two together. I'm going to let that set up, and then I'm going to glue this last piece right in this section. So you'll see I had just enough to finish. Try to get that last little piece. Doesn't want to stick on the front side. It's stuck to the back, but it didn't want to stick to the front. Oh, Lordy. Sometimes you just have to really pull it tight. And there you have it. Nice and tight. So there is the main paw part. And we are going to add in the little ends. So it's always easier to start in the corner. So what we want to do is we want to attach the puppy paws to this. And then we also want to attach the two together. So I'm going to start right here. And we're going to use a zip tie. And because we already know where the rings are, I'm going to kind of go from the end. I'll try to find this in here. I want it snug right at the corner, but I also have to affix it to the ends. This is that end. It just didn't want to stay in the corner. So there's that one. And we're going to do one right here at the corner point. So right up here. And we're going to go right down to the end. I'm going to flip this over just so you can see what I'm doing. It's right here at the toe corner. Nice and tight. And that's a defective pipe cleaner or a zip tie. It doesn't want to stay tight. Right there, just snapped. So down in the point, up right here through the frame. There we go. Hopefully this one will work. Sometimes we just get defective zip ties. This one is defective as well. There we go. Okay, third time's a charm, right? I have never seen that many zip ties just not function in a row. Okay, that one's in. That one's in there nice and tight. And I like to push the little square corners to the center. So we've got one here. I'm going to push that to the center. We're going to put the other toe, so we're filling the corner right here. Trying to take the defective ones and move them. So pick them up. Okay, now we're going to add this to here. So I'm going to go down in here. And we're going to go up through our yarn right there. We want to keep those nice and tight because we need to join these two together to keep them super tight. Snip that off. We're going to tuck that corner all the way down to the center. And then we're going to go ahead and attach it here. I like to attach it to the main frame twice. So you can just push them down. This one should come up right about here. And we'll zip tie that in. Okay, now we want to connect the paws at the top, because otherwise the toes just flop. So there's one. And there we go. Connect these. It just keeps everything from moving. Okay, you're starting to see it come together. Now we're going to add the two outside toes. Same thing. We want to attach it to the center and then connect the toes. Let's get rid of the black zip ties. And we'll grab two more white. I just like the white ones because they blend so well together. So we're going to join the pad to the frame, the main part. So sometimes you just have to maneuver it around if you have it in the wrong spot. So that is to the body, the main pad. And now we're going to join the paws together. It just wants to be super stubborn and not go through. There it goes. So there you have it. Here is our puppy pads, and they'll move to a slight degree, just lightly up, but then they'll meet with resistance. If you want to, you can come back in. You can add larger zip ties if you want, just to tighten them up even further. But it's not required. I'm going to add a couple more up here because these are still just a tad too loose for me. So just add your zip ties where it's flexing. You won't get it to stay perfectly straight. It's going to have some flexibility, but you can minimize how much based on where your zip ties will go. Okay, there's a little bit too much right here, so I'm going to zip tie down here to stabilize these. So just very minimal movement now. So we're going to flip this over and we're going to go ahead and embellish the front half of our puppy pads. Okay. Making sure I can push all those back. So where you decide to place the sign is entirely designer preference. I'm going to go ahead and remove the twine from this. And then you can look and see, do you want it right in the center? You can add 2 bows to the side. I try to keep the sign integrity intact so that you can see it's a paw print. So we don't want to go really crazy and put like a ton of bows. I mean, I think we can make that work if we put bows right here on each of the toes. But as long as you have the little heart-shaped piece at the bottom, that might work. You can kind of put it off to the side if you want. And then your bows would be on the end, or you can just put one right here in the center. It's entirely up to you. What do you guys think? Should we go center or should we go off to the side? I'm going to ask for yours. Cheryl says we had thunderstorms all day up here in Canada. Ooh. Elizabeth says, are you still getting snow and rain? We didn't get any today. We had snow this morning and right now it's raining. What size box? Great question. Right now, if you look from my cutting mat here to the top is 24 inches. So this will actually center. Okay. Do you think we should do 2 bows or 1? I think we've got the sign thing figured out. We're going to do center, but do you think we should do 2 bows like right here? 2 little paw print bows to finish this off. I'm kind of looking at where I want to drop this. We could fasten the sign. Jackie said too. We could attach the sign since I'm looking at what holes are already available on this. We could put holes down here. We could use the existing holes and put it down here. I think that's super cute. Let's go ahead and use a pipe cleaner. So this is a little different. Normally you guys see me using floral wire, but we're going to do, because our sign is black, it's a matte black, I'm going to put 1 pipe cleaner there and 1 pipe cleaner here. And those are going to be super easy because you have accessibility to all the rails on those frames. So flipping it over, kind of thinking like right here. So if I go, didn't mean to push my pipe cleaner in, that just made sure that it went sideways. Go right in there. And I'm trying to make sure on those round rings, this is what it looks like on the outside. On the round rings, we have a center and we have the outside pieces. So if I'm good, I needed the top one. We're going to try to hook that center piece, the center ring. Okay. So I've got those ones in. I'm going to twist that around. We're going to do the same thing here. You can feel that center ring. So just make sure you've got one on the bottom. Trying to get it to come through the other side. There we go. And we're going to go right on the top. Oops. Bring that sign up. Twisting our pipe cleaners. Okay, there's that. Haven't trimmed off the pipe cleaners yet, but there is our form. Now we're going to make 2 little bows here. And for the bows, I kind of thought we would definitely need a paw print. And I'm thinking the black and the white. And I might even throw in a little houndstooth, because this is only, I want to say this is 7/8, and it's wired Yes, 7/8. So we're going to go the brown, or the black, white, and tan. And of course that would never come out. It'll always pop the pan. That's what happens when your pins are too long and you really wedge them in. But we need to make sure, like if we put the bows here, like right here on the adjoining parts, we want to make sure it doesn't interfere with the sign. So I'm thinking 5-inch tails. So I am going to dovetail my end first. 5 inches in. I'm going to use my bow dabber just to hold it. So it's going to be a twist. And I'm only going to do 4 inches, which means when I bring this to the center of my 10, I want to make sure it doesn't extend any further than 4 inches. You need to keep them small. So we're just going to do a 2 loop. Actually, let's do it. Yeah, we'll do 2, and then we'll do, I was thinking of something different for a bow just now. 5 inches. I'm going to dovetail the end on this one. And then we're going to do the puppy paw print ribbon. With all the little paw prints because it's so adorable. This would be good for a vet, a groomer, an animal rescue, a pet shelter. We're going to do the same. We're doing 5 inches for this. And we're going to do 3.5 inches for our loop. We're going to bring them in just a little bit. So I'm always lining this up right on my 10-inch line, stretching them out and making sure they stop right at 3.5 inches. My heater's overpowering right now. I don't know why that is. It's just like really producing a ton of heat. We're going back out 5 inches. Then we will do that little houndstooth ribbon because I think it's super cute. I think it'll just add just the right size dimension. We're going to take this one down just a little bit shorter. I'm only going to do 4 inches for this. So it's just a little teeny addition. 2 loops. And I think it's about 3 inches. Right at 3. Just something cute, small. Oop, that one went way too far. And 4 inches. I love the 7/8 inch ribbon that is wired because it's amazing. Let's get a pipe cleaner because we're just going to fluff right on the actual wreath because it's super small. You could just zip tie it if you want. It's entirely up to you. So it's going to be a downward facing bow. So we're going to pull all the ribbon tails down. Just like so. Set this one aside. We're going to place this right here. So it's just right on the corner of our sign. There's that. Okay, we've got it. Now we can pull it through both sides. I'm going to make it nice and snug, and then I'll go ahead and fluff. So I'm going to turn this. so that we can still read our sign. But I'm going to fan out the tails. So I'm going to do this and put those little curls in it. And we're going to go high and low with those. And we're going to go low and high. And then we're going to open these ones. And I have the cutest embellishments if I know where to find them. I have like little dog heads, which are super cute, which would be adorable on this. So there's one. So we're going to create a duo of that here. So we know exactly what to do. What do you guys think of that so far? I'm going to go ahead and create the other bow. So dovetail the edges is just bring those wired edges together. We're doing 5 inches in. We're doing a 4-inch loop. So right at 4. Up and over the other side. This is super cute because we've never done one with a double before. And then back out to 5 inches. Right on that dotted line. Dovetail the end. It'd be cute if we had some. Oh, I'm going to have to look. So it'll probably be off camera, but I think I have, if I'm not mistaken, maybe I can do it while we're still on camera. I have these little ornaments that are little dog bones. That'd be super cute right in the center, I think. So, dovetail the end. And we said this was the exact same. So we're doing 5. But we're doing 4-inch loops on this one. Or sorry, 3.5. So just a touch, half an inch shorter. Up and over. Right there. Back out to 5. Ribbon. This paw print ribbon is from Craft Outlet. The black, the white, and the gray. That's right, that pin snapped. The black, white, and gray is from Craft Outlet, and so is this 7/8 inch ribbon. Let's do our dovetail on that before we forget. Sometimes doing the smaller size, it's tough to put that on there. The little dovetail end while you're working upside down. So we said this one was 4 inches, right? Yep. And we were doing 3-inch, I think, because they are smaller than. This one's a teeny tiny little bow, but we still got to measure the outside. There we go. Okay, another black partner. I guess I could have taken these and cut them in half. It would have just been much easier because we don't need the big one. I'm like trying to think. If you knew the size of my shop, you'd be like, man, I don't know how you can remember where anything is, but my husband knows. And I know where it all is, because if I've seen it placed there, I don't have photographic memory, but I can remember what container it's in or what else I stored with it. Okay, we're going to fluff this one, the same thing. We're going to put it right on our frame. I'm going to trim this down right there. Because I saw them at Hobby Lobby at Christmas time and I thought, that'd be so cute. This one's, we're going to pull this one up. I'm trying to do my tails and get them to curl because I don't want it intruding on the sign. So we're just kind of having those like this, trying to get that to hang. So, and I'm doing it upside down, so that is always a challenge. But look at how adorable that is, just for that. Let me see if I can find those. And the sign looks crooked. Doesn't the sign look crooked? Let me look. I am kind of judging this. It might just be the colors, the lines on the ribbon, like trying to do here and here. I think I hung them the same, but let me see if I can find the balls. So we're going to use these. So look, at Christmas time, Hobby Lobby had these little dog ornaments. So I thought they'd be super cute on a wreath. And they're little plastic ones, but we're going to put those in right there, right on the inside, just like that, for a nice little cute embellishment. So let's go ahead, pop that out. I'm going to go ahead and cut the plastic end. Try to get that smooth, so that'll be our down part. So this is going to go right in here with a nice little dog bone. Nice little plastic ornament. So that's perfect. No glass. So I'm just nice glue right on the end. Flip it over. So we have our nice little dog bone. We'll do the same here. I'm just popping the top off. And then I'm trying to pull that all off in one piece. Sometimes it goes all at once, like that one did. We want to make sure where our little dog bone is. And then we want to add our glue. And we're going to tuck that in. Just like that. How cute is that? With little dog bone. Little ornaments. See, just like this. They literally came from Hobby Lobby, My Little Christmas. So I think there's 8 in that pack. So ready to go see this up on the door. I'm gonna flip you guys up. Hang tight. Oop, there we go. Trying to make sure that's straight. Go ahead and take this one down. And we're gonna put our dog paw print up. Look how cute. Right now I have it centered between the paws. I think I don't want it between the paws. I'd rather it be on the actual frame. So it just depends on how high we want to mount it. And I'm trying to figure out a good position for that. Trying to figure out if I want to pull this back, I'm going to need to put another zip tie in the back to get this to lay flat. It wants to fold forward due to the weight. So let's see if we can get that to lay backwards. So I'm going to put a zip tie in. Zip tie. Better. I think Cat's gonna have to get some new cutters. The whole problem is how wide I have my hanger on here. So I can't get it to hang like most people would on their door because I have a screw in the middle of my door. But, there you go. What do you think? I'm going to zoom in. Let's zoom in. I think we can get there. Small enough. There we go. I can duck my head and get out of the camera view. But there we go. This is us and our dog. So it's perfect for people who just have one singular dog. Like I said, it fits on a storm door. So that's a bonus. So storm door friendly. You can put it in the vet, pet hospital, groomers, great groomer gift, dog rescue. God, there's a ton. Canine units, whatever. But this is our mixed breed wreath. So it's kind of like this is us and our dog. So it's not just an exclusive family unit, but they're also including their dog. Do you guys have any questions that I can answer for you? Like I said, all the ribbon from Craft Outlet, the little dog bone ornaments was from Hobby Lobby at Christmas time. Yarn was from Michael's. And the little frames were all from Dollar Tree. So yeah, there you go. This is available on my first ribbon. No. So this is a nice canvas heavy duty ribbon, Debbie. So super nice thick canvas. So no, it does not fray. So all of those are good quality ribbon. And I know what you're saying, as the ribbon manufacturers are starting to manufacture ribbons. A lot of times they're putting them on like this weird, funky polyester silk blend. And yeah, the quality just isn't there, but these are still old style quality because I've had them for a while. So these ones would not fray. The paw print you used had the satin feel to it. This one is still canvas. So I don't have the one on the satin yet. So I'm lucky there on both of those. But what you could do is you could spray the ends with E6000 adhesive spray, and that'll kind of, it's what we use on the deco mesh that frays like the jute or some of the cotton to keep it from fraying. It's just like an adhesive glue, but it doesn't make things hard. It still keeps it soft. So you can use that to help kind of curb that from fraying. And I know people might say, oh, well, you can use like a match, but on a white ribbon, you wouldn't want that look. So E6000 adhesive spray. I'm trying to think if I have anything else that I could recommend. Not off the top of my head. Okay, you are so welcome. Oh, and let me show you what it looks like. Just so, I think I have some. Yeah. So it looks like this. So it's E6000 spray adhesive. So spray it. Take a blow dryer to it so you don't have to wait 24 hours. Blow dry it till it's dry, and then you can trim it up. I would spray it again, and then you should be good as gold. Happy to help you. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining me, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to come back on Thursday at 11 o'clock, which is 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to do another cool design. I just haven't figured out what we're making yet. So I'll talk to you then. Bye for now.